Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now it's getting to that time in a testing procedure's life where you can start to predict when a release date of a patch or an expansion is going to drop. World of Warcraft, however, have made the release date of patch 6.2 somewhat, well, very easy to guess what it is. Now, I could have made this video literally weeks ago. In actual fact, I have spoken to some other YouTubers about it. We bounced some ideas and we all came to the same conclusion that the release date for patch 6.2, and these are conversations we had about 6 to 8 weeks ago, is going to be the 23rd of June. Yeah, that's 2 weeks from today. Now, why did we manage to get it so pinpointed down to a specific date? Normally, I'll say it's between this reset and that reset, but we are absolutely clued in. And I'm using the royal we here to kind of draw them into this, but yeah, you know, if you ask them, they'll tell you exactly the same. The reason why we could really make this very specific is World of Warcraft has a trend. And what they do is they have a trend of releasing content patches or releasing expansions or releasing testing procedures to try and gazump an opposition. Now, we can take this right back to nearly 2 years ago. On August the 24th, 2013, Square Enix released the remade version of Final Fantasy XIV, and they called it Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, and it actually released to huge acclaim. The original version, released in 2010, was quite possibly the worst MMO RPG I'd ever had the misfortune to get my hands on. And this isn't just me being a little bitch, this is actually the reaction from everybody. So much so that the head of the company emailed everybody that had bought a copy and apologised. They immediately pulled the subscription fee from the product, made it free to play while they attempted to sort out the game's issues. A year later, they couldn't. They had a completely new team in the interim. They said, we can't turn this around, scrapped the whole game, requested a new engine be built for it, and lo and behold, in 2014, came out the Realm Reborn version. So, a couple of weeks later, on the 10th of September 2013, World of Warcraft released patch 5.4. At the time, wasn't going to be the final patch of Mr. Pandaria's life. We had been told there would be a future patch 5.5. However, after BlizzCon and all the excitement that year, when Warlords of Draenor was announced, Blizzard scrapped patch 5.5, saying that they were getting it quicker to us than we could possibly imagine. 5.4 was the longest patch that there's ever been in the World of Warcraft, and the longest content drought that there has been between any expansion, end or beginning. Oi, oi, oi. So let's move things a little bit further forward in time. And on June 3rd, 2014, yes, almost a year ago, well, just over a year ago, a few days over now, WildStar released, another huge MMO RPG that was looking to lock horns with World of Warcraft. Blizzard's response to this launch: 2 days later, after people had been baying for the alpha of Warlords of Draenor, they announced it was here, and a family and friends event launched 2 days after WildStar, and that lasted for approximately 3 weeks, which I got to give Blizzard thanks for. I was actually part of, and it was a very exciting time because the leveling up process and the testing process in Warlords of Draenor was great. We just didn't know what was around the corner for us. And so, why have we pinpointed the date of the 23rd of June as the release date for patch 6.2? Well, we have to go back to the original conversation we just had. Final Fantasy XIV released their first expansion pack for A Realm Reborn called Heavensward, which people are gearing up for and getting rather excited about. And one of the key features that it's bringing in, which is going to have a massive resounding effect with the WoW community, is it's bringing in flying mounts, as World of Warcraft have nixed flying mounts. Regardless of how you feel pro or con flying, Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn's expansion pack, Heavensward, will bring it in. So I predict, and I can honestly say I think we predict as some other YouTubers, if they want to make their names known, they can make them known. But we predict, he, she, they, predict the 23rd of June, because we think they're going to go head to head. I think Blizzard are going to try and lock horns immediately with Square Enix on this one. Try and pull as many people as possible away from the fact that they're going to have this new expansion launch, and it's the potential to get new customers, especially since World of Warcraft seems to be hemorrhaging them at the moment, new customers on board with their game. So why haven't they released it a little bit sooner? Because we've also today just had the launch of The Elder Scrolls Online on the consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. Well, again, you just have to go back approximately a year ago. I think it's April of 2014 when Elder Scrolls Online came out on the PC. I think Blizzard really had their eye on that, looking possibly to bring out the alpha for Warlords of Draenor, but it is one of the most horrendous launches of a title that you've seen. Bugs, and more bugs. The game was so riddled that I don't think Blizzard sort of thought the necessity to respond to that one. And again, I think it's the same here. I think they've kind of working off the assumption that Elder Scrolls Online, and it has had a little bit of a rocky launch so far today, certainly on the PlayStation 4. The Xbox One seems to be a wee bit smoother, but I still think they don't think the Elder Scrolls Online has the capacity to draw too many people away. Me, myself, I think they've got to be a little bit careful about this. Whereas the PlayStation 4 does have Final Fantasy XIV to play for their community, the Xbox One does not have an MMO RPG to play. And one thing that Elder Scrolls Online is depth. There is loads and loads of depth. Depth of class, depth of content, depth of character, depth of lore. The Elder Scrolls franchise has some absolutely stunning lore that you can really get your teeth sunk into. This isn't a brand new franchise trying to get themselves some sort of footing into the marketplace. And there might just be an avenue for some people to start sneaking over from the World of Warcraft onto their consoles, again, because it legitimizes their purchase of either an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, which has themselves been so starved of exclusive content and real proper AAA titles to get those mouths watering. So yes, I believe it's going to lock horns straight away. 2 weeks to the day, I'm predicting 23rd of June, patch 6.2 will drop head-to-head against Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. What will I be playing? I'm actually going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. I'm not trying to be a bit of a dick here, but I'm doing my 30-day unsubscribing away from the World of Warcraft. I have no intentions of resubscribing during the month of June at all. So on the 23rd, I will actually be loading up my copy of Heavensward and flying somewhere. Now, people are going to get really angry that I said that. You're not, you're anti-flying, and you're just winding us up. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm winding you up. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media, as well as twitch.tv for live streaming. Those links are in the description down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.